Today we are going to discuss about the block diagram reduction technique and signal flow graph. Okay, block diagram reduction technique and signal flow graph methods. So we already discussed the block diagram representation of armature controlled DC motor and the field controlled DC motor, then tacho generator, separately excited generator, the separately excited generator with the load, without load. So we have been discussed in different transfer function models, and also we represented in the block diagram reduction, right? Basically, the block diagram reduction technique is the block diagram representation can be of three types. One is series or cascade, and then parallel or feed forward, then loop, say closed loop or feedback canonical form. Okay, so the standard representation so the standard representation of block diagram standard representation are of three types. One is cascade, okay, series or cascade. Series or it is called a cascade blocks. Cascade. So second one is parallel, okay, parallel or feed forward. So parallel or feed forward. Feed forward. Then third one is closed loop. Closed loop or canonical form. Feedback or canonical. Or canonical form. Okay, so these three, each configuration has its own advantage and disadvantage. When it is in series, okay, series is say there are two blocks. Say let us see the gain G1 is a transfer function, open loop transfer function, another G2, etc. Okay, so Y of S output, X is the input, X of S or X, Y is output, X is input. In between, we can have some reference. Okay, in between these two say Z. So X, Y are the Y is the output, X is the input, Z is the middle value. So what is Y? So Y equal to product of two transfer functions. Not only two or more. If two or more are connected in series, then the net gain. So net gain will be the product of two gain. So this consider G1, G2 or gain, or already informed you, gain, transfer function, model, all are same. Okay, the representation may vary. Okay, the presentation or representation may vary. So the two ways of cascading this equation, the two ways of cascading the equation is this one. Okay, so not only two, if you can also have three. So G1, G2, G3, etc. Say Y, X. So what is the net gain? So G1 into G2 into G3. So this is the representation. So in cascade, there are two types of representation. One is non-interacting and interacting. So non-interacting, there are two types of cascading. Okay, cascading blocks. Cascading system, which one is non-interactive, other one is interactive. Okay, so for example, I will give simple physical example. Say two tanks are there. two tanks. So one tank system, tank one, another tank is separately. So you can have, so another system, you can maintain two tanks. So this T2. So how do you say these two are non-interactive? Whereas if you take a common so the similar systems. So no need forget about this concept. So simply I'll tell non-interactive means there will be no loading effect. Okay, there will be no loading effect. That is the simplest thing you keep in your mind. So no loading effect. Whereas interactive is having loading effect. Loading effect. So the interactive type of system has very weak signals. So they are having very weak signals. Okay. So this is not applicable for the block diagram representation. Mostly the interactive type of things are not used for block diagram representation. Not applicable for BDR, block diagram representation. Okay. So next is parallel. So parallel. So parallel, it is called a parallel or feed forward. So say there are two gains or two transfer functions, say G1 and G2. So both are connected in parallel. Parallel means same direction. Not only two, any number of system can be connected in parallel. Okay. So same input X. So the output is Y. Output is Y. So what is Y? So Y equal to G1 plus G2 of X. Similarly, any number of systems can be represented like this. So this is about parallel or feed forward. Feed forward. Next is closed loop. Okay. Closed loop diagram. Closed loop. Say the closed loop means feedback. So you can have two G1 forward path. The feedback path transfer function or gain is considered H1. Or C. So why I represented it's a R instead of X means R is the reference input, C is the control output. So it has the feedback part. So closed loop or feedback part. So G1. So what is C of S by R of S? Or what is C by R equal to forward transfer function divided by 1 plus G1 H1. Suppose here is minus, here is plus. Okay. If here is plus positive feedback, this will be minus. So this is the R is the reference input or desired output. Reference input or desired output. Okay. C is the controlled output. Controlled output. So H1 is the feedback path, feedback signal. Okay, feedback signal. This here is E. E is the error signal. Error signal. So input of the feed forward path and output of the feedback path, when connected, then we get the loop transfer function. Okay, when we get the loop transfer function as G of S, G1 of S by 1 plus GH of S, right? So in the one more important point here, the denominator part. So the denominator part of the closed loop configuration. What is the denominator part? 1 plus G H, okay, G1 H1 equal to 0. This is called characteristic equation. Okay, the denominator part of the denominator part of the closed loop transfer function equal to 0 is nothing but characteristic equation. Characteristic equation. So 1 plus G1 H1. So if you solve this, we will get the poles and zeros of the closed loop poles. If we solve this, we will get closed loop poles. We will get, if we solve this characteristic equation, we will get closed loop poles. Closed loop poles. Okay. So the nature of response of the characteristic equation of the system are determined by the nature of system, determined by using the roots of characteristic equation. So the roots also helpful to determine whether the system is stable or unstable. Okay. The type of analyzing the stability of the control system can be discussed later. Okay. So, so there are different representation of a BDR, block diagram reduction technique, BDR. There are different terms, blocks. One is adder, blocks, takeoff point, and takeaway point, adders. Okay, the BDR technique, the various elements used in BDR. So elements are block, 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 adder or subtractor. Okay, adder or subtractor. Okay, then takeoff point, takeoff point, takeoff point. Okay, so these are all the different elements in the block diagram reduction technique. Then gain normally represent the gain is the transfer function value, which is the representation of the block. So block represents the gain. Okay, the gain represent the block value. So the block box. Okay, that is that should be in the block diagram. Then shifter. One more element is shifter. Shift operator. Okay, shift operator. So these are all important points. Let's see what are the original block diagram. Small things we will see. So originally, what is this? Suppose First example 1. Okay, so summer or adder, there are two blocks. Okay, so these are junctions. These are called adder or junction. Junction. A is input, B is another input to this summer, but it is not summer. This A is added, this B signal is subtracted. So it is applied to another junction. Okay, another junction, which is added with another value C, say C. So finally we'll get A minus B plus C. See, here A, we are subtracting with the B. So resulting here is A minus B. A minus B. So A minus B is adding with C. So what is that? A minus B plus C. How to get the equivalent diagram for this? Or what will be the alternate for this without changing the configuration? Suppose if we shift this block to here and added to here and subtracted to here. So if we shift these two, so the equivalent will be plus plus. Okay, plus plus. So A here is plus minus. Whatever may be, whatever we are doing in these blocks, the final output should be this thing. So A minus B plus C. So A is here. We are adding C early hits here itself. So A plus C. We are getting A plus C. See, while doing this block diagram reduction technique, the arrow mark, the flow direction should be very important. So the flow direction should be important. So A plus C. So here we are subtracting B. You please note down very carefully. In this expression, we have to add a minus B. That's all. So we can subtract at any stage. So A plus C is added. So first you add these two, A plus C, then subtract B. So what is the resulting block? A plus C, A minus B plus C. Same thing we get. Okay, this is one equivalent. So this equivalent to this, right? Another number 2. Number 2, we have a summer, a single junction, A, B, C. So A, B, C. What we should get here? See, A is added, C is added, B is subtracted. So what is here? A minus B plus C. Same thing. So what is the how to represent this block? So just this is equivalent. The equivalent is just realize what are the ways, the possible ways to alter the blocks, junctions. Okay, so A equivalent is A, B minus B is in the negative side. So subtractor, then just separately add C. Okay, this is another method. Plus, plus. So here is A minus B. This is C. So what is the resulting? So A minus B plus C. Okay. So the third alternate equivalent is third. So this is equivalent to this. So a block G1, again G1 or transfer function, open loop transfer function G1 and G2. Say X. What is here? What is available here? X G1. What is available here? X G1 G2. So what is the equivalent for this? You can also write interchange the values because it is in cascade. G2, G1, X, G1, G2. So X G2. So same thing. There is no change. Okay. There is no change. We can also write this one as, again we can simplify as G1, G2. Okay. So X, Y, X, this one. So Y equal to X, G1, G2. Clear? Next is fourth alternate. G, B, A, G. So what do we get here? AG. So AG is here. So AG plus B, AG minus B. So the output Y equal to AG minus B. So what is the equivalent for this block? So this can be modified as, we are shifting the summing block from after this block to before this block. So if we shift from here to there, so what is, without altering the system, what happened? Plus minus A here. So this is nothing but we are taking a branch. Okay, we are taking a branch. We are shifting. When we shift the summing point from here to here, so what happened? But we should get the final output. Y should be AG minus B. So AG minus B. So here we say here we should enter AG here. So here AG minus B. So we have to, when we shift the branch, this summing block from ahead of the block to before. Okay, so after the block to ahead of the block. So then we should divide the gain value here. 1 by G. Then what you will get? We are giving the B value here. We are giving B value. So what do we get here? B by G. So A minus B by G. What is available here? A minus B by G. So we should get AG minus B. So just simply put the G value here. So G is here. So if we multiply this with G, what is Y? A into G minus B by G into G, G cancel minus B. So this is shifting of, you can also write like this, shifting a point, summer, shifting a summer or adder, summer after the block to ahead of the block. after the block to ahead of the block, ahead of the block. Next is when we shift from ahead of the block to after the block. So before, shifting from before to after the block. X, say B plus minus. Okay, we are going to shift the ahead of the block to after the block. So what do you get? Okay, X. So X minus B, here is X minus B into G. So equal to Gx Xg minus Bg equal to Y. So what is the equivalent? How to alter when we shift from before the block to after the block? When we shift before block to after the block, simply multiply the G values. Okay, so very simple. So in the branch G, see here, when we shift from after the block to ahead of the block, 1 by G, divide, we are dividing here. Okay, division. When we shift from before block to after the block, just put same G here. So X here B. Okay. The sign operator, either adder or subtractor, will operate here. Okay. So what will get? Y equal to Xg here, Bg here. So Xg minus Bg. Y equal to Xg minus Bg. Understand? This is the another equivalent. When we shift, similarly, when the shift, take away point. When we shift, take away point 6. Shifting branch point or take away branch point or take away. Say for example, the block is here, whose gain G, X is the input. So what do we get? Say Xg is the output. So we are taking the value away. This is the branch point. So whatever we are, the parameter value is available here, same thing we are taking away. So what is the same? If we shift this branch point to before the block here. So what happened? Very simple. G you can easily remember, you can easily understand the point also. I will explain. X. So X into G, Xg. Xg. So this is also G. So what do you get here? Xg. Okay? Xg. Suppose 7. Shifting the takeaway or branch point, from before to after the block. Okay, shifting point before to after. This is after the block to after to ahead of the block. Ahead, after to ahead. So after we are shifting after to ahead. You see, this is ahead of the point. So if here shifting before to after the block, that means X. We are getting X as a branch value, branch K. Okay, G. Here is XG. So we are getting X as a branch. If we shift this point to after the block, so what happened? After G, X. So when we shift after the point, see 1 by G, this is X, this is XG, 1 by G, XG, this will be not altered. Same thing, XG. So what about here? We should get X only. So the output should be X. So XG, here is XG. So XG into G, GG cancel, we'll get X. So this is the another alternative. You see here, when we shift a branch point or take away point, after to before, we are keeping a gain value as same, GG. If you go back to the shifting summing point, when the summing point is shifted, so this is summing point. See, when shifting the summing point after to before, we divide the gain value, the block gain value, G, 1 by G. Whereas, when we shift the branch away point from after to before, we are keeping the same G. Please remember. Similarly, when we shift before summer to after summer, we keep the same value. Whereas, when we shift the branch point or takeaway point from before to after, we divide 1 by G. So very simple way of keeping in your mind. Okay, easiest way of remembering the techniques. So if you understand this concept, then it is very easy. Okay, so this is another point. Another technique is shifting the summer to dividing, separating the summer. Okay, so very simple. Say X B is here. So X minus B. This is another equivalent, X minus B. We can also represent this. Can also represent plus minus B X. Wherever possible, we can modify. Okay, sorry. B X. So what do you get? X minus B. Here, what is X plus B minus? So X minus B. So same output here. Same thing can be done by altering this. So this is 8th technique. So then 9th technique, 9th reduction. G1 G2 simple adder. We already discussed this thing also. X. So what do you get? XG1, XG2. So Y equal to XG1 plus XG2. Okay. So this can be modified as X of G1. Okay. So from this point, you can have a divider. Okay, G2 by G1. G2 by G1. Then we can add. So y equal to x G1 plus x G2. Here x G1. Okay. Another is this the feedback loop. This we already seen. 10 x plus minus negative feedback G1 y. Okay, so G2 connected like this. So what is the resulting y equal to the forward path will be the numerator divided by 1 plus the loop transfer function G1 G2. G1 G2. So what is the equivalent for this? The equivalent for this is we are making the feedback as unity. Here the feedback element gain is G2. We are making the feedback gain as 1 unity. So that we divide as G2 already. So x, okay, plus minus G1 G2 y. So making the unity gain. So you see, so what is the transfer function model for this? Y by x equal to, here the forward loop transfer function is, if you reduce this, we can reduce this by G1 G2 divided by 1 plus G1 G2. So int this gain, so 1 by G2. So what happened? This G2, this G2 cancel. So we will be getting y equal to G1 by 1 plus G1 G2. Very simple. Okay. Next is same. So okay, no need for this. This already discussed. So these are all simple techniques for block diagram reduction. If you understand how to alter the summing blocks from after to before, how to alter this takeaway point from after to ahead or ahead to after the block, then very easy to answer any twisted questions from the block diagram reduction techniques, right? So next is signal flow graph. Signal flow graph. SFG, signal flow graph. So what is signal flow graph? It is an approach which does not require any reduction, no need of reduction process, because of the availability of a flow graph. There is a formula. Mason is defining a formula for getting the transfer function model from the graph circuits, right? That formula relates the system variables and gains. So this is signal flow graph is a graphical representation of the relationship between the variables of a set of linear algebraic equations. Clear? Set of algebraic linear equations. Rules for drawing a signal flow graph from a given block diagram. While drawing, so we can reduce the block diagram using signal flow graphs. Okay, by replacing gain value under the block diagram, the links. There are various things are there. So let's see how to reduce the signal flow graph. Rules for drawing. Rules for drawing signal flow graph. Okay, rules for drawing a signal flow graph. Okay, the adjacent summing point and the takeoff point, okay, should be in the same direction. By a, it is say while drawing signal flow graph from the given block diagram, the adjacent summing points or takeover points are represented by a node. Okay, adjacent summing point. For example, this is one summing point. Say this is one gain. This is another summing point. So the summing points or takeover points are considered as, say, suppose I am taking a point from here. Okay, so x, this is y. Say, so the adjacent summing points are considered as a node. So what is the equivalent for this? If you follow this first rule, so this summing point is one node. Another summing point is, say, this node 1, this node 2. So the between two nodes, there is a gain. So G. So G should be represented between two nodes, two summing point or takeaway points. Say this link normally take a gain value 1. So from this summing point to Y, we normally consider the gain value 1. So X. So this is the first rule to represent a signal flow graph. Second rule, the direction of flow should be indicated by the arrow mark. The feedback path, if it is negative feedback, suppose y, x plus minus h. Okay, so this summing point is as a node. Sorry, the summing point as a node. This take away feedback point as another node. Between there is a gain. So what is this? Say consider this gain G. So that weightage is given here. So the x between x and the summing point, the gain value considers 1. So here y, this value is 1. So see here this representation, the flow direction is very important. So this is the feedback path. See here what is minus. So the gain value should be represented with the sign h, minus h. Suppose here is plus, you add plus here. So this is the representation of feedback path, right? So if in the direction of signal flow, a takeoff point or a summing point, then such points are represented by two separate nodes with transmittance of unity. So this is a unity between them. That's why I mentioned here. So between this summing point and this input, we consider the gain value as 1. Consider the gain value as 1. Okay. For example, I'm going to, for example, I represent a simple block diagram to replace the block diagram to signal flow. So block diagram to signal flow graph. Simple representation. Okay. G1 summing, another summing. G2 C R plus minus. plus we are adding some disturbances here. Okay. So H. So H or this. So the please don't forget to put the flow direction that creates the result. So it will modify the total result. Okay. So signal, this is a feedback path. So what is the equivalent representation? So first you take R point. Between R and this junction block considered as a node. One node is a point. So another summing point is considered as a node. So another, the takeaway point, the feedback point is considered as a node. Then C is the final point, C. Okay. So between this is R. So between, say we can mark it as 1, 2, 3. 1, node 1, 2, node 3. Okay. So R and C. Between node 1 and 2, there is a gain. It is represented by a flow. So G1. So between 2 and 3, there is a node, there is a gain G2. Okay. So in 2, there is a summing. So there is an adder. So that adder is with the gain of D. Okay. So with the gain value 1. So arrow mark 1. So D is the input, another input. Between 3 and C, the gain value is 1. So between R and 1, the gain value is 1. So this one is different, the gain value is different. So between 3 and 1, between 3 and 1, between 3 and 1, there is a feedback. You see the symbol of the feedback, negative feedback. So this should be minus H, minus H. This is the representation of signal flow graph from the given system. Okay. So another typical block diagram. G11 C R. Okay. G12 G21, sorry, G21 G22 plus 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 C2 C1 R1 R2. So we are taking the reference, same reference from this R1 to, so that's why R1 to C2. So G12. Okay. This is given to this block, this junction. Okay. Similarly, from R2, it is going to G21. G21. So the flow direction is very important. Flow direction is very, very important. Understand? So C1, C2. So what is the equivalent representation in the, say, first take R1. So R1. So between R1 and the summing block. Okay, this junction and the summing block and C1. So between this and this 1. Okay. So between these two, G11. This is the gain value 1. Okay, understand or not? From this, similarly, we can draw another graph. So G22 from this to this junction. Okay, so there is a what is this? This is G12. Similarly, from here goes to here. So this gain value is G21. So this is R2. This is C. So the simplest representation for this is like 0.1. So this is A, point A, B, C, D. So very simple representation. Okay, A, understand? So this is G11, this is G22, this is G12, this is G21. So this is a typical representation of signal flow graph. Okay, next is Mason's gain formula. Mason's. So this formula helps us to find the transfer function model from the given block diagram. Mason's gain formula. Okay, so the transfer function of the entire system is represented by the relation. So the transfer function of the given block diagram is TF equal to 1 by delta sum of P suffix K del K. Okay, so P suffix K del K, where transfer function is the overall gain transfer function, overall transfer function, overall gain transfer function. So what is delta? Actually, PK, P suffix K is the forward path, the path gain, forward path gain. So how many forward paths? The PK is the number of forward paths. Suppose there are K forward paths. So K equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. So K paths. So first we have to find how many number of forward paths. So if the number of forward paths is say 5, then we have to find delta value also 5, up to 5. Okay. So what is the delta? Delta is very simple, 1 minus sum of all individual loops, sum of all individual loop gains. Understand? Say L1, L2, L3, etc. L1, L2, L3, etc. So sum of gains of all individual loops. Next is plus sum of, next is sum of gain product of, sum of gain product of all possible combinations, all possible combination combinations of gain product of all possible combinations of two non-touching loops. Okay, two non-touching loops. Plus sign is here. First is minus, then plus, again minus. Then sum of all gain product of all possible combinations of three non-touching loops and so on. Next is plus. So this is the method to determine delta value. So what is delta K? Okay. Delta K. Delta K is same as that of delta, except suppose delta K is value obtained from delta only. Same delta K is same as that of delta, except except suppose if we find the delta by removing all the loops touching the kth form, same as that of delta. So delta by removing how to write this obtain delta by obtaining same as that of delta by obtaining obtained by delta as that of delta, same as that of delta by obtaining or by delta obtained by removing kth forward paths. Kth by removing the loop which is not touching, by removing the loop which is not touching the kth forward path. Kth forward path. Actually, suppose there are three forward paths. So, say we will discuss with some example. Okay, we will discuss how to determine delta K. Very simple. So, if you do some analysis, this is very simple. So, what is Mason's gain formula? 1 by delta. Sum of value is from K equal to 1 to n. So 1 forward path to n forward path. Pk, P suffix K and delta suffix K. So the important note is here is the forward path that can be traced through the graph from input node to the output node without touching a node. Okay, without touching a node twice. The path gain is product of all the branch gain in a path. The path gain is the product of all branch gain in a path. The individual loops is nothing but a closed path. Starting and ending point should be same. Okay. The loop gain of the product of all branch gains in a loop. So the non-touching loops are the loops which do not have any common node. So these are all important points to remember while analyzing the signal flow graph. Okay.